Hey, guys, I'm glad you made it.
No problem.
Why are we here?
I need to demonstrate something.
You said it was urgent.
This demonstration means the world to me. Thanks again for entertaining my fancies.
I'm not sure about this.
Yeah, I'm not so sure about this. This had better be real good.
Alright, we'll spit it out already then.
You can use a home stereo amplifier as an electro-ejaculator by connecting the positive speaker wire to an anal probe and connecting the ground wire to your inner thigh.
Oh, boy. Here comes trouble. What does that have to do with us?
I need you guys to help me by experimenting with your own electro-ejaculators and telling me what happens.
Okay, now, this is out of control.
Okay, now hear me out, guys. Just let me explain.
But why do you need us to perform these experiments?
The electro-ejaculators that they use in laboratories cost thousands of dollars, and all they do is send a couple of low-voltage, pulsing sine waves to a single anal probe.
Ah, and the stereo amplifier only costs $100 or so.
Well, that's if you buy one brand new, but anyways, I want to initiate the end of the electro-ejaculator market. It's a total crock. For one thing, those electro-ejaculators have a limited set of parameters with which you can control the signal, whereas if you just use a stereo amplifier, you can send any signal you want. Another thing, a stereo has two outputs, whereas an electro-ejaculator has only one. That means two probes.
But why do you need us to perform these experiments?
Two reasons. The first reason is that I already have been experimenting with my own electro-ejaculator. I need more test subjects to have a larger database. The second reason is that I want these private experiences to fuel the activities of our fraternal organization.
Why are we here? You said it was urgent. It's been 4 years since we disbanded. I don't miss it.
Just let me explain.
I think you need to listen. We have our reasons to remain disbanded.
I need you to let me explain. I've been using audio equipment to produce and process the signals I've been sending to my electro-ejaculator. Honestly, I don't even like to call it an electro-ejaculator. The best signals I've made aren't supposed to make me ejaculate.
So you've actually been electrocuting your prostate, and that actually makes you ejaculate,
Yeah.
and it doesn't hurt?
Well, not unless you turn the volume up too high. It sort of depends on the signal you're sending out of the stereo. I've tried doing it with music, but it doesn't work. Lower frequencies work best, and they have to be more consistent than most music is. I've been using some freeware to make recordings of thousands of low-frequency sine waves. I'd like how that feels.
I'm actually kind of interested.
Here's what I really want to do. Do you know how when you come, there's a brief moment where you can't recall what you were thinking?
Yeah,
Well, I have a theory. I say that that momentary disability isn't essentially caused by the orgasm. I want to make a signal to send out of my stereo that induces the sensation of not having to maintain your own thoughts without causing an orgasm.
whoa,
And I want to send it to animals too.
whoa.
I want to take sovereignty over my own consciousness.
What does that mean?
Sovereignty means that you own so much that nothing is outside of you. Sovereignty is the opposition to externality and to servility.
Does electroejaculation feel like that?
No, being ejaculated makes your body feel servile and purposeful. But when I'm finished engineering the signal I want to use, it will induce the thoughtless sensation often associated with orgasm, without causing the orgasm, which is servile to reproduction. It's not like I'm going to do it all the time, but sometimes, during certain parts of the day, I want nothing more than to take the reins of my own consciousness and to drive it to the dissipation of its boundaries.
That doesn't sound so bad.
Oh, it's not bad at all. After all, who deserves to be bound to themselves and their own tasks, to take notice of your own thoughts, to recall your notes, to prioritize them into actions? I would say that nobody deserves such petty jobs. One should have the potential to opt out of thought maintenance, to initiate the spending of thought without investment, a kill switch of sorts, to kill an unwelcome and expanding thought during its earliest stages of germination.
And what of our fraternal organization?
I'm not sure yet. I think you should start experimenting with a machine of your own. I'll give you the recordings that I've been using, but I'll also send you a link to download the freeware so that you can make your own recordings and tell me what kind of signals you like the best.
I'm going to be frank with you. I like your plan, but I don't think it will be well suited to our brotherhood. You're talking about experiences that are irreducibly internal. What was so special about our organization was that it linked the machinery of our thoughts in such a way that you found your most internal feelings sprouting in the expression of your brothers, whereas your plan, which I like, entails the investment of time in a place that is inescapably internal and incommunicable.
Well, that's just the exact opposite of what I believe. I think it's going to communicate something very effectively. That's why I want to do it to the animals.
But you can't do it to animals. Not until they reciprocate.
Oh, I beg you, excuse this instance. This instance is an exception. This exception will be the catalyst into the state where an animal can electroejaculate me.
They already could. That isn't the point. You must begin your relationship with reciprocation.
Oh, what a terrible obstacle. What an unbearably beastly burden. This will set me back immeasurably.
I don't understand how it is that you are so surprised by this turn of events.
I thought by the time anyone noticed I would be coding signals to teach human love to animals.
You're not even listening to what he just said. Teaching is not, at least according to its most basic definition, a reciprocal practice.